Are you ready to learn depreciation WDV method under 10 minutes? Let's start. In this video, we are going to practice one sum. The sum that covers all concepts, all types, and only 10 minutes for a complete WDV revision. Reach me on my Telegram chat for any time free doubt solving or queries or any other help. Let's move on to the question now. Take a few seconds, आराम से पढ़ लो, and then we'll proceed. Nolan purchased machinery worth rupees 1,45,000 on 1st April 22. He then spent rupees 5,000 on installing it. If you purchase machinery, you will have to go to the machinery account on the debit side. 1st April 22 to bank account number 1. The number 1 represents the first machinery that you have purchased. आगे जाके आप और भी machinery purchase करने वाले हैं. Now, what will be the amount of this machinery? It is going to be 1,45,000 plus 5,000 because installation will always be included. Total being 1,50,000. Then, on 30th June 22, he purchased another machinery for rupees 50,000. Again, you go to the machinery account on the debit side. On 30th June 22 to bank account number 2. Amount will be 50,000. You now have two machineries. Machinery 1 whose cost is 1,50,000 and machinery 2 whose cost is 50. Then the last thing to be done at the end of the year is to charge depreciation. Depreciation is charged at 20% per annum as per the written down value method. Depreciation कहाँ record करोगे? In the machinery account on the credit side. 31st March 23, last date of the year by depreciation account. On machinery 1, it will be 1,50,000 into 20%, 30,000, plus on machinery 2, it will be 50,000 into 20% into 9 upon 12, which is 7,500. ये 9 upon 12 कहाँ आया? आपने purchase किया machinery on 30th June 22, which means July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. For 9 months that machinery was used, वहाँ से आया ये 9 months. Total depreciation being 37,500. इसका second effect जाएगा depreciation account में. On the debit side, 31st March 23, again the last date of the year, to machinery account 37,500. Now that the year is over, we balance and close both the accounts. Go to machinery account first. Machinery account has a debit balance. 2 lakh is the heavier total that is written on both sides. Then we write the closing balance as buy balance CD 1,62,500. This closing balance becomes opening balance on the next day, which is the first day of the new year, 1st April 23. Now, let's go back. ये जो buy depreciation है, that included 30,000 dep on machinery 1 and 7,500 dep on machinery 2. तो ये opening balance का breakup क्या है? Opening balance includes machinery 1 of 1,50,000 cost minus 30,000 dep 1,20,000 and machinery 2 का written down value क्या है? 50,000 cost minus 7,500 depreciation 42,500. So 1,20,000 plus 42,500 gives you 1,62,500, which is nothing but the opening balance. Now, let's balance the depreciation account. The balancing figure in depreciation account will be transferred to by profit and loss account. Depreciation is an expense. इसका closing balance by balance CD, opening balance to balance BD कुछ नहीं होगा. जो भी amount balancing figure आया will be transferred to P&L because it is an expense. Moving on to the next year. Of the machinery purchased on 1st April 22, machinery costing rupees 1 lakh was sold on 31st December 23 for rupees 70,000. Now, what do you do when you sell an asset or sale of machinery? First step, charge depreciation from 1st April to 31st December, which is the date of sale. Where do we charge depreciation? In the machinery account on the credit side. 31st December 23, date of sale, by depreciation account. But what will be the amount? For the amount, ये machinery का story समझना पड़ेगा. Now, you purchase this machinery at a cost of 1 lakh. फिर आपने उसे एक साल depreciate किया at 20%, so 20,000, which means its written down value or book value was 80,000 on 1st April 23. Now, you sold this on 31st December, which means आपको depreciation और charge करना पड़ेगा from 1st April to 31st December. You will charge this depreciation on 80,000 because written down value method. The amount will be 12,000 because it is used for 9 months. And lastly, book value as on date of sale is 68,000. Therefore, ये जो 12,000 है will be its depreciation that will go in the machinery account. इसका second effect will go to the depreciation account on the debit side. 31st December to machinery account 12,000. Now, step number 2, sell the asset. If you purchase the asset on the debit side of machinery account, you will sell it on the credit side. Again, date of sale 31st December 23. By bank account, amount is 70,000. And lastly, step number 3, record profit loss on sale. For this, we will have to go back to that working. Your book value or the written down value on date of sale is 68,000. This is sold for 70,000. मतलब clearly आपने बनाया है profit of 2,000. ये profit भी machinery account में ही जाएगा on the debit side. 31st December 23 to profit on sale account amount is 2,000. याद रखना, अगर loss होगा तो आप credit पे लिखेंगे by loss on sale. Now that the entire sale is complete, we move on to depreciation at the end of the year. On 31st March 24, on the credit side, by depreciation account, for machinery 1, its written down value was 1,20,000. इसमें से 80,000 worth of machinery आपने बेच दिया, which means 1,20,000 minus 80, 40,000 will be depreciated at 20%. The amount will be 8,000. Plus machinery 2, 42,500 है इसका रिटर्न डाउन वैल्यू, सो 42,500 into 20%, 8,500. The total debt is 16,500. इसका second effect will be in the depreciation account on the debit side. 31st March 24 to machinery account again, but the amount is 16,500. Now that the year is over, we will again balance and close both the accounts. Machinery account is an asset and it still has a debit balance. Heavier total is 1,64,500 and the closing balance is 76,000. ये closing balance कैसे आया? 164,500 minus 12,000 minus 70,000 minus 16,500. Then this closing balance of 76,000 becomes opening balance on 1st April 24 on the next day for the new year. Then let's go to the depreciation account. The heavier total is 28,500 and 28,500 worth of expense is taken to the profit and loss account at the end of the year. I hope you followed the written down value method. For any doubts, reach me anytime. See you all.